hits just keep right on coming. In the new year, 2025, we've experienced 2 known terrorist attacks, both using electric vehicles, trucks to be specific, both targeting high-trafficked areas, one in front of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas and one on Bourbon Street. 15 are dead and countless more are injured in both of these attacks. They were both done by Army veterans and or active duty intelligence members of the intelligence community. It's a very strange coincidence. One seems to be completely inspired by ISIS, somebody who pledged fealty to ISIS just last year. Why our federal authorities didn't know this American pledging fealty to ISIS? Beyond me. It's a question for all of the FBI agents that had been reassigned from counterterrorism to January 6 cases for nonviolent, peaceful protesters. Anyway, we may have a third attack on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. These things tend to come in threes, and it is horrific. I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet, but this post from the U.S. Capitol Police caught us off guard this morning. Our officers just responded to the area of Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street for a suspicious vehicle. Avoid the area while we investigate. Now, here's what we know. A vehicle hopped the curb and started driving down the sidewalk at the U.S. Capitol. Of course, these are the sidewalks that are used by senators and members of Congress and all their staff, and they're well trod. I worked inside of the U.S. Capitol. It's not that big of an area, honestly, and there are vehicles that are allowed to pass by on 2 parallel streets parallel to the Capitol. A lot of the streets are actually closed down for security purposes, but there are 2 main arteries on both sides of the Capitol building. And the sidewalks are well-worn, well-trod, and if a car jumps up there, I mean, that's a huge, huge security hazard. Now, there are barricades to keep a car from, let's say, driving toward the Capitol building, right, for instance. There are physical barricades, but you could get up on a sidewalk, you could still drive up on a sidewalk, and apparently that's what happens. What's going on here? Like, who's driving? I mean, is it just like a drunk driver, or what's happening? Here we go. Temporary lockdown on Constitution Avenue involving a man driving erratically on the sidewalk. Currently, numerous law enforcement officers are in the scene. Capitol Police have locked down Constitution Avenue near U.S. Capitol due to suspicious vehicle incident. Police report that the vehicle was driving erratically on the sidewalk, prompting them to establish a wide perimeter of an investigation following yesterday's incidents in New Orleans and Las Vegas as tensions remain high. Officers have taken the man into custody, but the investigation of the vehicle and incident is ongoing. Police say, please continue to avoid the area. As you see here, a massive law enforcement response and a total and complete lockdown of the area. The reason why, of course, this is absolutely merited is we just saw 2 vehicles used in deadly attacks. Now, ironically, the Las Vegas attack with the Cybertruck at Trump Tower, because they used a Cybertruck, they weren't able to actually kill anyone other than the individual who detonated the truck itself. A very strange story of a active duty special operations a unit member in the Army who was on leave right now. He's stationed in Germany on leave. Connections to Ukraine, connections to a lot of strange things like Fort Bragg. Both of these terrorists have connections to Fort Bragg. Anyway, the point is that the cars were used as weapons. So it's a time to really take into consideration, an erratic vehicle. The cars were being used as weapons. Both cars were packed full of explosives. Both cars were packed full of firearms and weapons. Ladies and gentlemen, suspect in custody after driving onto the U.S. Capitol sidewalk, and authorities are questioning. Of course, you would be breaking lots of laws by doing this. Capitol Police have totally shut down Constitution Avenue. Again, suspicious vehicle report. These sidewalks are regular thoroughfares for members of Congress, and members of Congress are flying back to D.C. today, so it's going to be heightened alert. I'm near Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street, Capitol Hill. The United States Capitol Police have blocked off all roads, as stated. A man in custody following reports of a suspicious vehicle driving on the sidewalk. This is an individual who's reporting there from Capitol Hill. Here we go.
How's it going, everyone? We're right outside Capitol Hill. Authorities have completely shut down the roads because a suspicious vehicle has been spotted, and Capitol Police say they are taking a man into custody. So we're gonna walk around, see what's going on, and stay tuned for more information. This comes obviously as
So this is the area of the Capitol. If you're familiar with Washington, D.C., many aren't. This is the area of the Capitol that's right at effectively the edge of the Capitol building, lower Capitol building, right in front of the Department of Labor, right in front of the district court. Obviously a hugely popular thoroughfare for people to walk 24 hours a day, 12 months out of the year. Moving over here to the Fox News reporter Chad Peregrine, who is the Capitol Hill reporter for Fox, our special operations division of the Capitol Police officers spotted a car that had been driving along a sidewalk into the grassy area near 3rd Street, Constitution Avenue. Officers took the man into custody. They'll continue to investigate. Obviously, the danger here would be, again, we've seen car bombs. We've seen cars used as weapons, then somebody hop out of the car, right? And with the car armed, like it's heightened time of suspicion. U.S. Capitol Police shut down Avenue after a suspicious vehicle driving on the sidewalk. There's the NBC News.
Hey there, this is Joseph Omo with NBC4. We are right outside of the Capitol, and you see all of those flashing police lights over there, the firefighters, the ambulances. Capitol Police just tweeted out about 15 minutes ago that they are investigating a suspicious vehicle. That is all we know, but they are pushing the perimeter out. You can see officers over here closing off the walkways to 3rd Street Northwest here as they continue this investigation. We're going to keep you updated, and we're going to have a live report on News 4 at midday at 11 o'clock in about half an hour.
So an update to this story, ladies and gentlemen, posted within the hour. The U.S. Capitol Police has cleared the car of being an actual bomb. So there's no bomb in the vehicle. The driver's being arrested for reckless driving and will go in for further questioning. So that's what the U.S. Capitol Police have stated. So, we'll see if they intended to hurt anyone. Was it a drunk driver? We don't know. There was no bomb inside of the vehicle, which, of course, given the past 24 hours, would have been the major concern, the main concern of anybody who's been paying attention because, well, got to tell you, certainly there have been 2 deadly terrorist attacks in the past 24 hours using vehicles, and inside of Washington, D.C., there are going to be multiple major events. Donald Trump is talking about having a massive MAGA rally the day before he's inaugurated in Washington, D.C. That's a big event that is happening. Obviously, there are going to be swearing-in ceremonies and the certification of the election, January 6th. That's going to happen in a matter of days. So then there's going to be Trump's inauguration in 18 days in Washington, D.C. Many are saying, hey, listen, given the threat, given the sheer number of threats in the country right now, maybe it's best to just completely lock down the Capitol. You can see here in this NBC video that they already have the massive barricades up. The Pelosi wall, as we called it. You see these massive gates where they can effectively close off the entire periphery of the Capitol. All of that's already in place. Is there going to be a massive lockdown event effectively? I don't know, man. I'm split. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. I want nothing more than every American, of course, including my president, Donald Trump, to be as safe as humanly possible. But I also don't like sort of the look and feel of like a tyranny state, like when Joe Biden was inaugurated, right? When there was like 12 people out there. The entire thing was like, it was like a military coup d'etat, dictatorship installation. Like that is what it looked like. I don't like that look. I don't like it. I don't know if it matches the moment. I'm split on it. So I want Trump to be safe as humanly possible. But then I also don't want there to look like it's an anarcho-tyranny, militarized state, like a military coup. So I don't know, man. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Many people are calling for like a state of emergency right now. Certification of the election, Trump inauguration, big MAGA rally in Washington, D.C. A lot going on in the nation's capital. And obviously these people are not the best. They're not sending their best. Okay, let's just say that if anybody knows anything about January 6th. In fact, they're sending their worst, right? If the worst is to be believed. So what are your thoughts on it, ladies and gentlemen? It looks like, at the very least, this had no connection to other terrorist attacks, and no lives have been lost or claimed in this driving incident. guy driving up on the sidewalks of the U.S. Capitol. So we'll keep our eyes on it, ladies and gentlemen. Pray for the families of those in New Orleans. We need answers. We need adults back in charge. Trump cannot get inaugurated soon enough. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.